This is Rack Noble for Boxing UK, here with Adam Azim. Adam, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good myself. Busy time in the gym. We've got
Yeah,
3 world title fights coming up.
yeah,
Daniel,
yeah.
Chris, and Ellie. How's
And
it feel to be in that environment right about now?
yeah, it's great. Like all these lot winning world titles, gonna be winning world titles. They're like it's like a step for me because I'm looking towards their world title fights, and it's more like an inspiration for me. So
Must be getting itchy knuckles because at some point this is
yeah,
going to be you and you're surrounded by it, you're around it. It's only going to help you mentally get into that mindset and know what it takes to be at that type of level.
yeah, most definitely. Like just being in this gym, I'm working a lot and getting inspired by all these world class fighters. And one day I want to be in the same position as all of them. So yeah, it's great to be in the gym with these lots. So,
I think a lot sooner rather than later.
yeah,
And on to your next step. June the 10th, I believe, will be your fight in
yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah,
You have a 21, 22, and 1 opponent
yeah,
coming out of the Ukraine. Very respectable opponent.
yeah.
Tell us a bit what you know about him.
I know he's a clean boxer. He likes to fight very clean. I know he's like a counter puncher. He's not really a pressure fighter. So with me, when I fight boxers, it's actually easier for me because I like fighting boxers. I like having a chess match in the fight. My previous fight, the guy was very strong, very tough. He took most of my punches, but I got the job done. So with this one, he's more. He'll give me more opportunities, and I'll catch him really early. But I respect him quite a lot, and he's a good fighter. So
And of course, once again, it's the Adam Azim show. You will be headlining.
yeah,
You have got a great roster up underneath you fighting.
yeah.
Just how does it feel at this early stage of your career, holding such weight and holding such momentum?
It's great because Prince Azim was headlining quite early as well, and Khan. There's a lot of fighters that headline quite early, but for me at this age, headlining already is a big thing because this is where I build myself up. A lot of people get entertained with the way I fight as well, so it's great because then when I fight every time, I'm more like urging to get that class performance in it. So
And of course, we've spoken about your rivals in the past, the likes of Harlem Eubank, Dalton Smith.
yeah.
Do you pay much attention to what they're doing? Do you watch their fights?
Yeah, I watch their fights. When the fights come up, I respect both of them. They're good fighters. So I think Harlem fought on his last fight. He boxed quite well. Dalton's gonna fight Sam Maxwell. I think Dalton's gonna beat Sam Maxwell fairly easy, but you never know. This is boxing, so
We're just talking at the high end of the super
yeah.
lightweight division. Of course, over the weekend we had Rolly Romero versus Barroso. We have a controversial stoppage. What did you think about that one?
I think it was absolutely shocking because I didn't think like Rowley would get dropped by that guy as well because that guy's only 47 years old, I think, or 45. So
A little bit younger, but yeah, we
I
could, we
think
could
a
say
little bit
that.
younger. Yeah, he looked a bit older, but I still think like even the stoppage was bad. Like Rowley didn't hardly hit the guy, and then the ref jumped in and stopped it. But I think it's at the end of the day, it's all politics, right? In boxing in America. So, but I think that I don't think Rowley's that good of a fighter. So, in my opinion, so
Do you think you beat Rolly right now?
I'll beat Rowley right now, but I'm still in the learning stages. I'm still in the development stages. One day down the line, hopefully, I'll have my chance against Rowley. So,
I think potentially could happen maybe sooner than later. You are number 13th in the WBA.
yeah,
Rolly does have a mandatory against fellow UK resident Ohara Davies.
Davies, yeah.
So we could be seeing that fight all coming to the UK potentially in the next couple of months.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be a good fight, uh, you know, against Rowley. But I think Ohara Davies, in my opinion, is gonna beat Rowley because I think Rowley's not that good. I think Ohara Davies would beat him quite easy, in my opinion. So, but yeah, them two is a big fight. So
If Ohara Davies is to beat Rowley, let's say in the next 3 months,
yeah.
how hard will you and your team be pushing for that all British domestic world title fight?
I think I'm going mostly for the European side. Like I think I'm gonna develop on the European side. I want to try get into European rankings, so that's my aim. The British scene, there's a lot of fighters out there, so it's kind of hard to get that opportunity. So
And of course, just going on to the other side of the super lightweight division,
yeah,
Teofimo Lopez,
yeah,
Josh Taylor. Very intriguing fight. Both fighters, one could argue,
yeah,
lost their last fight. both maybe not their best and confidence-wise, but
Yeah.
they're gonna put it all on the line.
Yeah.
How do you see that one going out?
It's a 50-50 fight. It's a great fight for the the boxing scene. But in my opinion, I think Teofimo is the more fresher fighter because he's younger as well. Taylor's been in hard fights, but it's still a good fight. But in my opinion, I think Teofimo wins. I think by points.
And just tell me, Adam, how good is your Misfits knowledge? How good is your
Oh, Misfits,
YouTuber
yeah,
influencer
yeah.
knowledge?
Do you know what? I was kind of disappointed with that fight with KSI because that was definitely not a knockout. That was definitely right on the elbow. So, in my opinion, do you know what? Some of these misfit fighters are quite good. They just do it because of fun. They're doing it for passion. But some of these are just doing it because of clout. So, but if they get in with a real boxer, they will know. But I think some of these are actually doing it for passion. So I respect that. But the other thing is like boxing, it's not that easy of a sport. Anything can happen, so you're putting everything on the line. Because I think previously there's a guy who passed away from the Philippines, so rest in peace to him. But it's like when you go into that ring, you're giving everything you got. You're basically, you can even lose your life like in the ring. So a lot of people need to respect boxing because of it's a dangerous sport. So
You've got a bit of you've got a bit of a star to your name.
yeah.
Would you ever consider going into the crossover scene? If a Jake Paul or
Yeah.
Tommy Fury was to call you out, would you consider that?
Do you know what? When I'm retired, then I'll be looking towards that. But I think right now I'm not that type of guy to look at that. I'm trying to achieve my goal. I'm trying to achieve winning a world title, being undisputed world champion. These are my dreams. So, but I think these fights will probably be later down, like when I'm retired or something. But yeah, it'll be entertaining. So
And listen to one last point.
yeah.
Big fight a couple of weeks ago. Tank Garcia. What was your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it was a cracking fight. I enjoyed it, but I didn't expect Garcia to go down with a body shot. But I'm pretty sure. I think in the previous I've seen it on socials that he messed up his rib during the sparring. So I think is it, when it comes it's a lot of things that happen because after the fight people try to get excuses out. So I think that's probably Ryan's excuse that I got hurt by a body shot, but even even Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao, I think Manny Pacquiao said I messed up my shoulder, but it's like excuses after the fight. So, but at the end of the day, it was a great fight. So,
Can Ryan Garcia come again?
yeah, I think he will. I think he needs to move trainers. I think he needs to go with a better trainer, in my opinion. Eddie Reneso would be a great trainer for him because obviously they have that connection between each other. So I think he needs to go back to him and apologize to Canelo and work as a team, in my opinion.
And of course, I'll talk about the face of boxing.
Yeah.
Canelo fought last week. Tank fought last month.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury and AJ, they're due to fight end of this year.
Yeah.
Who is the face of boxing right now?
Tank, he's gonna be the face of boxing, but I don't think he's the face of boxing now because I think the face of boxing is probably Canelo, but after Canelo is Gervonta, in my opinion. But even Tyson Fury is the face of boxing as well. So in my opinion, I think right now it's probably Canelo, then Gervonta, and then Tyson Fury. So in my opinion.
Until the Azim name booms off. Until then, pending.
Hopefully one day that's my dream to be the face of boxing. So I've still got a long way to go, but all praise to God, I'll get there. So
Anyway, Adam, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the 10th of June.
Thank you.